Hello again, it's Peter Cook at the North Berrien Historical Museum in Coloma. Welcome back for part 2 of our fruit harvest season series. Today we're going to be talking about the fruit grown in southwest Michigan. We're going to be focusing on just a couple because there are so many. If you're ready, let's get right into it. I think I hear that train coming right around the bend. All aboard the North Berrien History Train! Michigan's fruit farms located along the fruit belt are national leaders in apple, cherry, and blueberry production. However, it may surprise you to learn that the first commercially successful fruit grown in Michigan was none of these. It was in fact the delicate peach. And by the mid-19th century, peaches made Berrien County one of America's top fruit producers. Not a real peach. So peaches must originally be from Michigan, right? If they're the first commercially successful fruit grown in Michigan? Nope. Peaches are not native to Michigan. They're not even originally from this part of the world. The peach originated in China. Through the trade route known as the Silk Road, peaches found their way to Europe and spread throughout the continent. Eventually, peaches found their way to America by way of Spanish explorers. Now, it's not certain when the first peach tree was planted in Michigan. We know that trader William Burnett planted them at his trading post on the west bank of the St. Joseph River all the way back in the 1780s. Now, we do know that it was David Byers of Bainbridge Township who grew the first peaches sold commercially from Berrien County in the 1840s. Here you can see bushel baskets of peaches being loaded from horse-drawn wagons onto boxcars. Before the days of highway trucking, the transit of fruit by way of the railroad or ships on Lake Michigan allowed access to large markets in cities like Chicago and Milwaukee. At a time when your average working American was making about $1 a day, you could sell a barrel of peaches to Chicago for around $45. That was unheard of. That was highly profitable. Peach growers often made about $5,000 per square acre of fruit. That was a huge amount of money for the time. So for a while, life was peachy for Michigan fruit growers. When refrigerated railroad cars were invented, Michigan's delicate peaches took a hard hit. Spoiling was no longer a concern in the transportation process, so growers from other states further away could now compete for the Chicago market. However, peaches still play a vital role in Michigan's agricultural economy. The state ranks around 8th, give or take, it fluctuates. We rank around 8th in the country for peach production, and Berrien County is still the leading producer in the state. The Red Haven peach, one of the most popular in the world, was introduced in 1940 in South Haven, Michigan, just north of Berrien in Van Buren. New Michigan varieties, including the Flamin' Fury, developed right here in Coloma, are also gaining popularity. So that's peaches in a nutshell, or in a peach pit. I don't think that's a saying. But what about apples? Not a real apple. Michigan ranks 3rd overall in apple production in the nation. There's nearly $500 million of economic impact annually in Michigan from apple production. So surely this valuable fruit is native to Michigan, right? Nope, not apples either. It was actually French Jesuit missionaries who first planted apple seeds in the wilderness of Michigan more than a century before the travels of Johnny Appleseed, who never actually came through Michigan. Pictured here in the black robe in the center is Father Marquette, a Jesuit missionary who founded the first European settlement in Michigan at Sault Ste. Marie. The seedlings of these trees planted by Jesuit missionaries grew into giant fruit-bearing trees that provided tangy apples to the pioneers who followed. Today there is estimated to be nearly 15 million apple trees covering roughly 40,000 acres in the Lower Peninsula. Michigan expects to harvest 25 million bushels of apples annually, and that's done on more than 775 family-run farms. Michigan's most popular variety of apple is the Red Delicious, followed by the Golden Delicious, and in 3rd place, the Gala. How do you like them apples? Well, that's about all we have for today. Thanks again for joining us for part 2 of the Fruit Harvest Season series, talking about the fruit grown. Next time, part 3, the final chapter, we're going to be talking about what happens when this fruit gets picked. Until then, I'm Peter Cook with the North Berrien Historical Museum. Goodbye. Real apple.